Happy Monday. I've got some book talks for you. I know it's been a little while, but I only managed to get 2 books read because there's been a lot of stuff going on. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is Gem and Dixie by Sarah Zarr. I love Sarah Zarr. Everything I've read by her I've really enjoyed. One of the things I like about her stories is that they're very relatable, and I don't think I've ever read anything by her that I was like, oh, this seems super familiar, like something I've read before. This one is about 2 sisters. Gem is older, Dixie is younger. I'm not sure exactly how far apart they are, but they live with their mother, who is a single mother. She's struggling to take care of her daughters, provide for them. She's got some issues. Their dad has been kind of in and out of their lives. And in this story, he shows up. He's communicated with the younger sister, and he's told her she's coming and not to tell anyone. So he wants it to be a surprise. He thinks if he comes back into the family, then if he just shows up and, is nice and buys him stuff, that the mom will just take him back. Well, I don't want to tell you too much about it in case you want to read it, spoil it for you, but doesn't quite go like that. So, it's kind of like a Thelma and Louise type story. The 2 girls do go off on an adventure together, but I won't tell you any more than that in case you want to read it. It was really quick, it looks kind of thick, but the chapters were really short and it moved very quickly, so we don't have it in our library, but I got it from the public library, and I'll be returning it today if you're interested in it, and I will probably buy it for our collection here. But I also recommend, we've got lots of other Sarah Zarr titles if you're interested in contemporary, generally like family type stories. And the other book that I managed to read is also from the public library. It is The Magicians by Grossman. I understand there is a sci-fi TV series also based on this book. And reading this book, I started off reading it, I was like, this book is so good. It was one of those books that I just came in and I was talking about and how good it was and how I really loved the writing and I loved the premise and everything. It's about a boy who is really super smart, and he ends up one day kind of being recruited. Well, at the beginning of the book, he goes to do an interview for a college, and the guy that is supposed to be interviewing him is dead. He goes in and he can't do his interview because the dude is laying there dead on the floor. And the paramedics and stuff and cops come, and this lady gives him a packet. Him and his friend, they get a packet. And then he ends up at a place where everybody is taking this test. And everyone is sitting in this room taking this test, and the test adapts itself to the person that is taking it. If you look around at other people's tests, they appear to be blank, but when you look at yours, it changes based on your answers, and different people finish at different times. Well, it turns out that this is an entrance exam for a magical school. Now, this book has got so much stuff going on in it that it was fairly exhausting to me, and by about halfway through, I was like, what? How much stuff can they fit into one book? They go through 5 years of magical college in, the first half of the book. And there's so much other stuff that happens. I have not seen the series on Sci-Fi, but it's this one book has got to be 8 seasons worth of show, and there's 2 more books in the series. So I'm not sure if I'll make it to them, but if you have watched the series and you want to know what the book is like, they have all 3 of them at the public library. I've put them on our list to order, but I'm not sure when I will get them. So if it sounds interesting to you, let me know, and I'll try to make sure that we order in our next book order, which will hopefully be, in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. So if you have any requests, then make sure and come and tell us, and I'll put your requests on the list. And that's all I've got for today, and we'll see you on Thursday with a tip.